So I recently discovered that Jack Murphy had a little outburst on the You Are Here podcast with Elijah Schaefer and Sydney Watson. And if you don't remember who Jack Murphy is off the top of your head, he's the big guy who's on Tim Pool on a fairly regular basis. He's got a big beard. I guess he's well over 6 feet tall, bald head, so on and so forth. You can always, Google him, look him up. I'm sure you can find lots of information on him. Now, what happened on the You Are Here podcast? Let's go ahead and take a look. I have that clip.
Could you please clear up the cuck article you wrote?
I am not going to talk about
Again?
this.
Okay.
And basically, you know what? Fuck you
Me?
for bringing this up right here and right now.
Me?
Why are you doing this to me?
I didn't know that. I didn't know what it was.
Well, just use a little bit of fucking common sense.
Sorry, apologies.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Elizabeth-
Heartfelt.
No, Jack. No. F you, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. F you, that is heartfelt. F you, and F you again. Oh, man, this guy. And now you might be thinking like, okay, wait, hold on a second there, anti-woke warrior. How come you get to have an outburst and a more violent one than he just had? And it's okay for you, but it's not okay for Jack Murphy to have that outburst. Well, we're going to get to that. And don't worry, I will make sure that I point it out to you just in case you miss it. It's very well deserved. Jack Murphy is a vile, disgusting human being. I used to have respect for the man. I thought, oh yeah, he's got a lot of good stuff to say. He talks a lot about how to be a real man, how to become a successful, good human being just in your own body as a man. We don't get a lot of those messages in our modern society. And I like his takes on what's happening socially, politically in our culture. He's anti-woke. Of course I'm going to respect that. But man, if I ever see this guy in person, it's not going to go good for me. It's going to be a very bad day for me. Tim Pool, man, you better watch who you freaking associate with. This could destroy your channel. This guy right here, you bring him on again, this could very well destroy your channel. People see what the heck this guy is actually really about, what he's really about, and this will wreck people. Jack Murphy, you are scum of the earth. And let's go ahead and take a look at the evidence. Here we have a Jack Murphy article. So, cultivating erotic energy from a surprising source. Today, I sent my adoring, loyal, hot young girlfriend of 2 years to have sex with a stranger from Tinder. She is currently at his apartment, checking in with me via text, and is presumably sucking and effing her way to a good time. I'm all alone writing. Couldn't be happier. All right, well, this is not masculine behavior, Jackson. I'm going to assume your full name is Jackson, and I'm going to call you that from now on to keep me from yelling at you, because if I don't use your full name, I will start yelling at you. Yeah, so if I sent my wife off to do that, I would shoot myself. I'd just be like, what's the point of living if she's going to be off doing that with other people? And how do you know that she isn't going to catch something? Do you know this guy? This stranger? How do you know she's not going to catch something? How do you know she's not going to get pregnant with his child? You can't guarantee those things, can you? This guy might have a disease he doesn't know about. You can get tested for diseases and they can come back negative and you still have the disease. It's possible. Okay. Cuck much? That's not real man behavior. Men don't send their women off to be with other men. That's not strong masculine behavior. Now, before you write me off as another salon.com freak who wants to be a cuckold or some kind of spineless beta under male, hear me out. This has been a long road. My manhood is intact and my D is hard. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is. Sure it is. Looking at all that porn. You're over here all alone writing? Yeah, I'm sure I know what that means. Writing is surfing the internet, looking for stuff to look at you shouldn't be looking at. I'm almost 40. Years ago, after my divorce from my blue pill marriage, I found Roisi, Rushvi, and eventually Rational Male. Along the way, I made friends with Cernovich, and we came up together in the game. So I don't know who Rushvi is. All right, man. So I don't know who Roisi is. Rational Male, I've heard of Rushvi. I know what he's about. I don't know who Cernovich is. But this whole game thing is a lot easier when you're really tall. Imagine that. I've learned and practiced Tantra. Oh, that makes you special, I'm sure. Various elements of the BDSM lifestyle. Yeah, just what you need to be doing to be a real man. And just about every angle, pun intended, for male-female relations. Well, it's not hard to you sit down and think about like what different angles you could approach a relationship with. You don't need to learn them. Just, okay. Like it's rocket science to go, we could do it this way, or we could have a relationship with these other 5 people at the same time, or there's all sorts of different ways that people can have their relationship function. It's not difficult to think about them and figure them out. From experience, effort, and education, I've become an expert. I don't think you are. I've learned over time how my natural disposition is to be dominant. Then how come you're being a cuckold? How come you're letting your girlfriend cuckold you? For submissive women, I'm practically an ideal. I've had sex with slaves, little girls, and tied them up. That is what I'm talking about. Right there. That is the reason why I am incensed. That is the reason why this man is the scum of the earth. He has done this with children. I don't care if he did it in a legal way. If he found a country where, oh, she's 8, that's fine. That's old enough. Go ahead, do it. That is still 100% wrong. Totally, totally wrong. I have seen this sort of treatment of children destroy lives. Literally destroy them. I have seen it. And I don't even work and never have worked in an industry where this is a thing that I would come across. But I have seen this form very small expressions of inappropriate behavior in these children who have had this done to them, all the way up to people who are being non-functioning adults, cannot speak, cannot feed themselves, and everything in between. Everything in between. Like I said, I've seen this destroy lives. These poor children who've been put through this horrendous treatment by adults. Let children be children. They do not understand this treatment. They don't understand this behavior. You're ruining lives. Good job. You're a real man, dumbass. Feminists seek me out to F them, like the patriarchy. Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure feminists just seek you out all day long. And yet, I've just sent my 15-year junior girlfriend to bang Matt from Tinder. Why? Years of being in a dead marriage, sexless, undesired, unappreciated, made me question myself, made me question my manliness. It made me question my worth. Yeah, well, you seem to think that you're worth a whole lot more than you are. I was emasculated. You probably should have been literally emasculated. In couples therapy, the 60-year-old shriveled arbiter proclaimed my sexual urges unreasonable, that my wife had no obligation nor even a passing concern for the existential angst my unrequited energies was creating. I was dying. My personal Maslow's unmet. But they didn't care. That's the problem with marriage these days. Women have no obligation to the men. From that disorder, my new persona evolved. I made it a goal to become objectified. That's real manly, yeah. Be used as an object. Was that the healthiest conception? Maybe not, but my ego demanded it for survival. I had to become reaffirmed sexually. Okay, so there's other ways of dealing with your ego than just going out and doing animal behaviors, engaging in meaningless hedonism. Freaking idiots. In many ways, sex is about being accepted by the other person. Human beings are designed for attachment and affirmation. We need it. It is okay to desire being affirmed. Yes, it is, but when that's what your whole life becomes about, then that's a problem. Not getting that from your wife and not being able to get it elsewhere is damaging. It takes healing. So away I went on a journey whose goal was to become desired purely for sexual and physical reasons. I wanted to be the most memorable sexual experience for each woman I slept with, to ruin her forever, in a good way. I wanted a lot of sex and got it. Oh, so you're a pig. So you're doing what you say that women should not do. I mean, you're anti-feminist, and feminists say, hey, go sleep around as much as you want to. I succeeded, and maybe now I'm even sated. The edge gets far from center eventually. Excitement and novelty can wear off. Even novelty can become boring. There are only so many approaches to sex, only so many different kinds of people and lovers. For me and those of us who like to push the edge, eventually the only areas left to explore become things you can only do as an evolved couple. Intimacy and vulnerability are essential to form the trust which becomes the launching point for erotic explorations. Unfortunately, over time, intimacy as practiced today tends to lead to the extinguishment of the erotic flame. Okay, well, whose fault is that? I mean, this is the problem that the manosphere brings up all the time about marriage. Familiarity breeds contempt. Familiarity breeds, at least complacency, boredom. People point out that human beings were not meant to be monogamous. I don't know if that's the case. Maybe that they are right. I would disagree with that. And I would say that you just have to find somebody who you are compatible with and understand that this is the function of society. Ideally, I think that humans are supposed to be polygamous. Men are supposed to have multiple wives. And that's just how it is. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what it seems like to me. A sad irony, truly getting to know your partner can kill the spark, like I just said. Esther Perel, author of Mating in Captivity, writes that intimacy can destroy desire and passion. When two become one, there is no gap to bridge. The gap is where erotic energy lies. Creating and maintaining a gap between two people who live together takes special care. When my girlfriend and I decide together that I'm going to force myself on her whenever I want, that appearance of non-consent gives us extra erotic energy. Well, I would say that that's not actually what you think it is. I don't know how you can live in this delusion that you think that, oh yeah, I live with her and I'm allowed to do this stuff with her whenever I want to, but it's forced. Okay, yeah. Keep telling yourself that. Delusional much? Wow. You two must be a match made in heaven. You're both insane. Forcing myself on her certainly is about bridging a gap, as it were, and it inherently contains a certain anonymity to it. How? It turns her on like crazy. Yeah, I love it. Healthy, vigorous sex can and does include violence and aggression. Power dynamics are often at the core. Really? What do you mean by violence and aggression? Because I've never hit my wife. Ever. Maybe we're just not healthy in that regard. But we decide in advance what is okay, and we have an established code of conduct. Then it doesn't sound like it's forced. It doesn't sound like it's forced to me. Okay, I'm sorry. That's not the definition of forcing it. It is suspended disbelief. This disbelief allows us to create a gap to close. It creates space for desire to reach out to the other person. Role-playing stranger assault puts us into different personas for the moment, creating mystery, danger, and desire, i.e. it's effing hot. Matt from Tinder helps us to introduce another element which requires suspended disbelief. Just like my girlfriend knows, I could nor ever would actually force myself on her, then it's not, I don't understand. These people are insane. I too know that my girlfriend is not going to leave me for some guy she met on Tinder today to F. The entire experience is regimented according to my rules. I introduced her to the idea. I pushed it. I'm sure you did. I'm sure she was like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that, honey. Oh, this hot guy on Tinder, you want me to go get banged by him? Oh yeah, I don't know, honey. I don't think I should. Oh, you really want me to go? Okay, I'll go do it then. Wow, these people are delusional. I told her to go on Tinder and find someone. On the day in question, I tell her when and where to do it. She checks in with me via text. I know where she is and am waiting for her. She is not alone. She is on a mission sent directly by me. And the entire point is for me to get turned on in a way that wouldn't happen otherwise. Yeah, you're sick. The excitement you stress and anticipation put me in a different state. I get turned on knowing someone else wants my girl as badly as I do. Yes, I get turned on knowing she is effing someone else. Yeah, because you're sick. We've done it together where we picked up a guy at a bar, took him home, and I watched them have sex. Or we've brought a guy from Craigslist over and I took pictures as he banged her. Wow, you are disturbed. You are seriously disturbed. You're over there in the corner with your little telephoto lens getting the close-up of this stranger plowing your woman, just digging her out, just digging that out right there. Oh my God, you're a sick bastard. This is so wrong. If you want to be a cuck, you go be a cuck, but it doesn't make you a man. That's what this comes down to. Is he is so hypocritical. I'm just physically ill from seeing the hypocrisy here. Being a cuck does not make you a real man. And if you believing it does, you charge money. He charges money for services. What the heck is the name of his services? His website? I don't remember. But he has brunches that he does like once a month or something. And men have to show up wearing suits or something like that. There's like a formal dress. You have to dress like a man. And it teaches you how to be a better man. This is not the way to be a better man, by the way. This is not it. Being a cuck is not the way to be a better man. This time I just sent her on her way and gave myself time to write and relax, knowing that exceptional sex awaits upon reunion. Okay, then. Yeah, swimming around in his aftermath. Ugh, sloppy seconds. Oh, God. The time she spends with the other guy isn't really hers alone. It's ours. It's mine. It's her acting out my ideas. Yeah, okay, then. Her behavior is a manifestation of my will. Keep telling yourself that, buddy. It is not incongruent with our dominant-submissive relationship. As crazy as that may sound to some, When she was finished, she rushed back to me immediately, and we had the best sex ever, yet again. Okay then, each time surpassing the last. New peaks 2 years into it. Wow, you have to allow your girlfriend to cheat on you in order to enjoy your relationship. This reminds me of Sarah. Who is Sarah? Sarah's a girl I worked with for 1 month. Very, very cute girl, like girl next door. I wanted to date her. Well, I got to know real quick that Sarah was not a person I wanted to date. She was in a very unhealthy relationship with her boyfriend who would beat her. And she's like, yeah, I like it. I'm like, what? What's wrong with you? She's like, I don't want to be in some boring relationship. I never know what's going to happen with this guy. He beats me. I beat him. We call the police on each other. It's great. It's exciting. Yeah. Immature much? I'm sorry that, being mature is boring. Oh, no. Being a mature adult, that's boring. No. Shucks. You know what it does? It allows you to focus on other things in your life so we can actually produce more. I know that the entirety of humanity, the entirety of human civilization, technology has been built on the backs of men trying to impress women so that they can have sex with them.
Harmless fun? Let's see what happens next.
Billy, do you want to walk your dog?
No thanks, Mom. I'd rather make out with my robot.
Billy, do you want to get a paper route and earn some extra cash?
No thanks, Dad. I'd rather make out with my robot.
Billy, do you want to come over tonight? We can make out together.
Gee, Mavis, your house is across the street. That's an awfully long way to go for making out.
Did you notice what went wrong in that scene? Ordinarily, Billy would work hard to make money with his paper route. Then he'd use the money to buy dinner for Mavis, thus earning a slim chance to perform the reproductive act. But in a world where teens can date robots, why should he bother? Why should anyone bother? Let's take a look at Billy's planet a year later. Where are all the football stars? And where are the biochemists? They're trapped in the soft, vice-like grip of robot lips. All civilization was just an effort to impress the opposite sex. And sometimes the same sex. Now, let's skip forward 80 years into the future. Where's Billy?
Farewell.
The next day, Billy's planet was destroyed by aliens.
A mature male understands he's acquired that. He's acquired the mate that he needs, that he deserves. And now he can focus his energies on improving things for everybody around him instead of just selfishly focusing on getting his needs met. Putting ourselves into that situation creates a new, crazier level of erotic energy. That leads to even better and more powerful sexual experiences. Call it sperm wars, fear of losing her, or jealousy. All of it contrived by our own suspended disbelief. It leads to an amping of my own sexual energy in a way I have not experienced anywhere else. Basically, I got to spend time writing and being alone, my preferred activity, and in return, I get hotter, more satisfying sex with a sexy young girl that I love. If your preferred activity is being alone, then why do you live with your girlfriend? I don't understand this rationality. This guy is freaking wackadoo. What is with all the insanity that I'm finding lately? I did the Young Turks yesterday. I'm doing this today. It's like, what the heck is going on? Our bodies are fickle creatures. I don't think love or lust is designed to do more than trick us into getting her pregnant. A temporary insanity cloaked in oxytocin and dopamine, it fades usually 18 to 36 months in, and you're left wondering where the spark went and how to get it back. This outright manipulation of sex hormones through contrived consensual sexual activities involving a third person is just another biohack. It can be part of the repertoire of the individualist self-regulating male. But not just anyone can or should jump into something similar. What I'm talking about is advanced stuff, guys. Apex level. Oh, yes, you're the apex male, aren't you? Yeah. You're the alpha gorilla. You're the predator. Yeah, you're just a sick freak. There are ground rules and conditions precedent required before closing on a deal like this. Cultivating erotic energy this way can be risky. Your frame and trust must be impenetrable for this to work. You have to be in a certain place yourself before you can even try this. From my experience, I've deconstructed what has worked, and here is how to do it. Okay, I'm not going to read through all this. I'm just going to read the headlines. Learn game, get fit, raise your status. Yeah, okay. Take baby steps. Yeah, just do it a little bit at a time. You don't want to just jump right into being dominant and submissive. You must be dominant and she's submissive. Well, that's, I think, true for every truly healthy male-female relationship in the entire history of humanity. You must trust her. Trust her to cheat on you. Trust her to come back after she cheats on you. Trust her to not have any diseases. She did the right thing. She's not pregnant with his child. Yep. That's all. That's everything you need to know. It must always be your idea. But what if you don't want to do it? Have her F a young guy. What? Assuming you're in a relationship with a younger woman, as you should be, you should have her bang a young guy on the side. This way she really will only see him as a physical fling rather than any potential competitor for her loyalty. Your status, maturity, and vastly superior world knowledge will keep you secure. Have fun. Oh yeah, have fun with it, I'm sure. Some of this, or maybe all of it, is going to challenge many of you. Some of you are going to call me a cuckold, a pussy, or accuse me of being somehow less of a man. Maybe you think I'm secretly gay. If you're feeling any of those, you should probably look inside and ask yourself, why? What I've decided for myself is making you feel that way. Well, the definition of cuckold is what makes me feel that way. I don't make up the definitions of words. They just exist already. Some people like to misuse words, like my freaking pet peeve, using acronym wrong. Everybody uses that word wrong, drives me up the wall. But whatever. I don't know if you're a pussy necessarily. I don't think you're gay. This is apex level stuff, like I said. It's not for the neophyte. It's not for those who aren't dominant in their relationship. It's not for those whose women is pushing the agenda. It is for those who are developed and mature as a man, who have learned about relationships and themselves in the process. Yeah, thought of my wife going off and being with another man is not something that I would cherish. And it's not about me going, oh, I'm so jealous. She's going to leave me for another man. No, it's about the feelings of closeness that we share, the understanding that we are for each other, and that we have cultivated this relationship in and around each other. It is for those who can begin to grasp what cultivating erotic energy means and comprehend it is essential to keep it alive as time progresses. And most importantly, it is for those who are willing to push the envelope within the bounds of a healthy relationship, understanding that the final frontiers of sexual exploration can only be done with a devoted, loyal partner. And then he wants you to follow him on Twitter. And I'm not going to do that. So yeah, that's the article that Sydney Watson asked him about and why he freaked out and yelled at her. Because, apparently he can't stand by his words. You put this out there and now people are challenging you about it and calling you less than a real man, and you're going to get upset about it and fly off the handle and show that you're truly not a real man? You're really not a real man, Jack. You're not. You are, in fact, a cuckold. You are, in fact, half a man. You're not a real man. You can sit here and play these games all the time. This gets me hot. I'm a sick freak and it gets me hot. Yeah. Okay. Just admit you're a sick freak and it gets you hot being a sick freak. Instead of going, I'm not. I'm more masculine than everybody. I'm leading the way in masculinity. I'm leading the charge. I'm showing men how to be real men. Pay me and I'll teach you. And his fees are pretty steep. Man, I hope everybody out there sees this, understands that this man is a grifter. He is deceitful. He is lying. He is dishonest. He's not teaching you how to be a real man. He's teaching you how to be a cuckold. He's not teaching good male-female relationships. He's teaching hedonism. He's teaching you to go out there and just do whatever you want to do. It's fine. Just let your girlfriend get plowed through by 20 different guys one night. It's awesome. She'll come back and she'll want to just F your brains out. That's how it works. Now you might be saying, oh no, he never said that. He said one guy. Whatever. You can take it to whatever extreme you want to. One guy, 20 guys. What's the difference? Where's that line where you say, oh no, it's only one guy. I draw that line right there. Why not two? And if it's two, then why not three? What if it gets you really hot if she gets spit skewered? That's it. That's what gets me really hot, man. Man, when my wife's out there getting spit skewered by two strangers. Yeah, that's great, man. Dude, you're freaking... Dude, what the hell's wrong with you if you think that's hot? What, man? What the... No respect for you anymore, Jack. I used to think you were cool, but now I know the truth. Thank you all for stopping by. I do appreciate everybody supporting my work. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed. and I'll see you in the next video.